back, everyone, to the Curse of Strahd. As we venture back through the mists of Barovia to rejoin the Grey Company, we find them a bit divided at the moment, at least physically. The Grey Company, let me see, one half of the Grey Company has gone after the winery to borrow the Archwizard's Heart, while I believe Vasilla and Varys stayed behind. If I recall correctly, I think Varys stayed at home while Vasilla, you were kidnapped by Irina and Stella to go dress shopping for the upcoming wedding?
Yep.
Okay, well, while you guys aren't technically guests of honor, you did kill the bride's mom, but you guys are still the saviors of Valaki and the saviors of its burgomistress as well. Also, as you surmised, you prevented Isaac from, crashing on his sister, Luke Skywalker style. Let's see. Accompanying you are Lion, the unicorn, and Dom, the Komodo dragon, who's just happy to be here. And let me see. I believe the rest of the party took care of the hut, and there wasn't anything in particular. I think you guys were just waiting for Vasilla back home. Is that correct?
That or we'll just go wait for her at the church.
Yeah.
I got to do some stuff there anyway. So yeah, we'll leave word. But unless somebody doesn't want to, I say we go wait in the church.
Sure.
Yeah, I mean, we were probably gone a few hours as it is, so.
Yeah, exactly. Right. So, Vasilla, in that case, we'll start with you as I increase the brightness in my screen. And I also want to change the music because this is far too dour for this happy occasion. Because, hey, I mean, Valaki is celebrating. Gone are the dour faces and, well, I mean, people are still dour. This is still Barovia, but hey, at least people are, there's hope. There's some color in the faces, not just born out of, angry people looking at you angrily like potatoes, but people are actually hyped to see you. People there's cheerful waves. People, old women kind of stop Stella on the side, to kiss her hand and to jabber at her excitedly in Barovian, which she does back. And she does look, every part of the bride. Irina is walking behind her, looking at her a bit. There's a bit of melancholy in her look, but she's smiling. She's happy. Let me see. Isaac is has his head on a swivel. Every time someone approaches, you can see his demon arm kind of flexes for a moment before he relaxes. People, Freylarin is dunk, proudly as his head is held high. People are going ha and ooh as he tosses his long, beautiful mane here and there as he causes flowers to come up in his footsteps. Which women, some of the women and children are kind of gathering together, and tossing, woo, behind, running in the front there. Occasionally, there's people kind of ooh, at the Komodo dragon, but after a few near nips, they learn to stay their distance. Irina kind of leans to you. It says, Miss Vasilla, I know we haven't gotten to talk all that much, so I'm kind of glad for this opportunity. The voice, the noises around is kind of allowing you to whisper. And you can feel from her tone she's going a little bit more serious. What exactly is happening now? I had a dream the other night. It felt very serious. My father told me to get ready. Sorry, I kind of cut you off there. Sorry, I didn't again.
No, I mean, that's pretty important to bring up. Yeah, Jesus. thought the bones. Well, I mean, bad, but I mean, not far-fetched to say that we're gonna be mobilizing. But, I don't want to say too much in case people are listening in. She's going to like whir around and kind of immediately pop a perception check.
Right. Please, if you could so kindly roll this alleged perception check of yours.
As the kids say, baller. I could add my superiority dice to this shit.
Tell me a fucking wisdom saving throw.
What?
Never mind.
I also had my superior dice.
Watch yourself, counselor.
I'll roll both. Check it. Boom. All right, and then wisdom save. All right, check it. Boom.
Damn. God.
Oh
Wow,
my
geez, I
god.
was joking, but
That
it's
is
safe.
that is the highest I'll ever roll on two
No, it's good.
consecutive
Get your good
dice.
rolls out now on
That
the
is-
jokey parts. That's
Yeah. It's always the in the Pathfinder game, I was like, yo, check this backflip as like a heavy armor fighter, and nat 20 to a reflex save. I felt like I'd never hit anyone for the rest of the campaign.
good. Vasilla, indeed. You feel your eyes, while the guys are being followed and having a large thing, you do feel several sets of eyes on Irina and yourself and your little party. Your gaze swivels upwards and you see just a shade of a moment kind of ducking down on a rooftop.
She's gonna continue, kind of motion over to Isaac, and throws a glance up at the roof and then back to him. But kind of makes a gesture to keep it on the down.
Isaac, who is basically more or less a military man, gives you a very subtle nod and glances at a couple of people in the crowd, like giving them a subtle eyebrow glance. You realize that those people must have been, like secret agents of the guard, and they melt into a couple of valleys. You notice that Isaac is definitely keeping glances still occasional there, but is watching for another movement of the rooftop. He pretends to cough and says to you, 4, 2 east, 2 southwest.
Fucking shopping. All right. Well, if we change plans now, it's gonna be too obvious. Let's continue through the shop, Taylor. At least, if anything happens, it'll be close quarters, and if something goes against us, I'll figure something.
Sorry, Mav, could I have you speak a bit louder?
She's just like, if we change up our plan now, they might get too skittish. Let's keep heading over to the tailor and see if we can box him in there.
Good call. Good call. He seems to kind of pulls you to him a little bit. Like, not... Like, you realize he's putting, like, his big, like, arm around your hip. And he pulls you to him for a moment. You realize, with your sharpened scissors, he's basically using you and himself to kind of, like, block Irina from the view of the rooftop.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Yeah, and there's some ooh and
Yeah.
like from the crowd. Irina looks at him like, I was joking. Like, she kind of like looks back to you and to him. She kind of under her breath, she says, "I was joking about you having a thing for redheads. Is this?" As it kind of just like looks at her like,
This is awful.
Irina closes her eyes and says, "Just let's continue." And yeah, you can
Vasil's gonna
feel
be.
it. You can feel from the awkwardness. Isaac has never done this before.
Yeah, she's gonna.
Stiff.
I think Vasil's was kind of like not really that comfortable. It's like, wow, great acting.
I panicked.
Yeah.
You know what? Let me check here. Right. So, indeed, you guys get to the silver cloak as you guys pass. Although Isaac will pause and one moment. Just gonna check out something. All right. Right. So, Viscera, as the crowd kind of like, the audience parts and lets you guys into the shop, you, Irina, and Stella walk in. Isaac stays outside, standing at the front of the shop, kind of like going, "Okay, everybody stay back. We get it. Thank you. Stay back." And inside, the outside tailors fall upon you all like vultures, taking measurements, like comparing cloths and styles. Um, Irina, both you and Irina are getting measured. Is there a particular preference that you would give to them?
No.
All right.
She's
No.
more focused. She's a lot more focused on what's going on outside, and is going to like, as she's getting like roped to whatever measurements, is going to try her damnedest to like keep like the hilt like close to her, or like put on a necklace and say, "Oh, it's like a charm or something." Good luck, and just like just hold it here, just do this or whatever. And
You're
then
being measured, and you're so focused on what's going outside that you don't realize until a few minutes have passed that the person, trying your dress on for you, that is taking your measurements, is being a little bit more handsy than you're comfortable with. Like she's, really like going for, like she's really kind of like, she's being kind of rough with you. Like you feel kind of a couple of scratches on the back of your neck as she's moving to measure here and there. And
I'll look over and like, look, just ease up, all right?
as you face and really look at the woman, her eyes meet yours, and you realize, without a shadow of doubt, that it is Janine.
Fuck her. There's just a.
She's looking at you dead in the eyes, and she smiles. Says, "Is everything all right, miss?" And when she smiles, her teeth are razor sharp and wolf-like. Under her breath, so only you can hear, she says, "Make a scene, and you're going to be part of the pack faster than you can say." Daddy.
All right. Should kind of like begrudgingly like. Sorry. Just that was a beautiful rendition of
That was a
Twinkle
nice
Twinkle
serenade,
Little
eh?
Fucking
Twinkle,
Star.
twinkle, little star. Very nice.
I didn't process what I was hearing until I was like halfway through my sentence.
The shop has music in it.
I
okay?
looked up right to Kevin's face as soon as it started, and I've been dying laughing ever since. He was
I
like,
kind of
ah.
I'm like, Vasili's like trying to get. I was like, the fuck is playing that?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. She didn't.
It's okay. It was priceless. It's funny as hell.
It's
It was
so
fucking
good.
Great.
Okay,
God.
okay, okay. All right.
All right, I'll shut up.
I think priority right now is kind of checking where everyone else is while she's getting like fitted. At least throwing a glance around the shop real quick.
Looking around the shop, glancing carefully as to not, erase as Janine's thing, you can see indeed that, like Irina is also being tried by two women and one man. The man, I don't think you've been here before, so you wouldn't really recognize anybody. Stella is also being tried by three women. Irina and Stella are chatting with each other, but I'd like you to give me an insight check as you're kind of like looking around.
Okay. I can also add superiority to insight checks. I'm a bard, baby. Let's do this shit. I have a +1. I kind of need this.
Eight. Your quiet panic is making it hard to concentrate on the exact demeanor of everybody here, but you do get a sense that something isn't quite right with some of the other tailors as well. Although what it is, you can't exactly put a finger on it at the moment. Janine, kind of like moves to the small of your back and then like up to your spine carefully and says, hold on. Says I need to put myself on do not disturb him. He's all blagging me. Hey. I know we just missed each other. Did you come here to kill me? To avenge your father? To avenge what I did to you?
I was gonna ask you the same thing. You work here?
No, stupid. I came on the order of Mother. She's very displeased with what you and your friend did.
Oh, okay. That makes more sense.
Yes. Very, very displeased. She's in my head now.
She's watching this right now?
Oh, yes.
So, all right. Let me ask you then. Are you still taking orders?
Because she's Mother.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
She kind of twitch, like a subtle twitch overcomes to her face as there's a small growl inside her breath. I really want to just bite your face off.
Yeah, cool. That's
I've
really
always
nice.
disliked you, I don't know if I made it very obvious, but I'd like you to know that.
Why?
You didn't belong there. You really didn't. You were a representation of everything that we as druids were fighting against. The loss of understanding of the ways. The advancement of the stupidity of civilization. The natural order of things. Usually, those born without understanding of the nature of the ways of nature would be sent away, but not you, because of your father. And you represented one among a new change of things. Did you know that? Did you know that you were the first to be born like that? And that because of you, others were also allowed to stay. Sorry, that's what I meant for her to say, did you know that you were the first that was born like that was allowed to stay? Usually we would send you away, but no, your father just couldn't bear to see his precious child gone from him. He wasn't a real druid, and you never were. I wish I could snap these stupid horns off of you. In fact, I think I would do just that as soon as Mother lets me.
Yeah. You know what? After this, you can take the horns. You can take the
Matthew Kachuk's back in.
My entire reason I'm here is just to make sure you're dead. But here's something I realized. You took the heart. To do what? Become a werewolf? Become this thing?
So much more. The heart showed me a pathway. A pathway to true connection with nature, and how I could find more. If I united all the hearts, I could concoct and spread lycanthropy across all the world, undoing industry, undoing civilization. Everyone will be born or be made to have an understanding of what it is to commune with nature. Everyone will be part beast. That was what was supposed to happen. I lost the heart. Mother needed it, and she gave it away in trade. I kind of like, everything alright over there?
Yeah, it's just a cough. Yeah.
Just some dust, dear. Just some dust.
Yeah. Don't worry. Oh, this is just really tight. So if you hear me hacking up a lung or two,
I was just saying to Vasila how envious I am of her gorgeous hair.
it's literally nothing to be envious of. Yeah, just go. You go
No,
back
you're
over.
right. It
Yeah,
is perhaps
well,
a bit
maybe for
oily.
you, but you know, you can
And
go
dry
back
at
over.
the same time. How do you manage that?
I don't know actually. Let's get back to. She'll just kind of like motion her off. Well.
Mother wants the heart back. She can put the Fane back to His Majesty. It will take time. But time is something she and the Lord have in spades.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me where the hearts are. Which of your friends has them? And you won't be part of the pack. But please, this is from me. This is from Janine telling you this. Please refuse. I want to take your face off. Please just give me the excuse to rip your throat out in front of your two close friends here. You know, like, it's clearly that she doesn't know how close you are to them, but she's deep in her mania.
How about this?
She drools a bit.
There's She kind of throws a look back over to the rest of the group. There's someone I want to talk to real quick before this happens. Before I say yes or no, I won't tell them. I won't try to queue for help. I just need to have one final talk. So you'll get
Volume up, Mav. I can barely hear you.
She like thinks for a moment.
There you go.
There's just I'll do whatever you or Saga wants. It's just one final person I just want to talk to. I won't flag for help or anything stupid, but just one last thing. And then what
What is
happens
it?
happens. I just have to talk. Just saying goodbyes without, making it too obvious. There's someone I've met here that I haven't really gotten to know, but I think I might sorely miss their company.
Give me a persuasion check.
Sure. I know you got this shop surrounded. No, I'm outnumbered and I can't possibly protect every single person in here.
Mother admires brave children. She says in a voice that doesn't quite sound like Janine anymore. Who do you want to say goodbye to?
Who's grouped up with what?
Like in the shop?
Yeah.
Irina is, as you glance again, Irina is with a male, very large man in kind of an ill-fitting suit. That is kind of, like, she's kind of like looking at him as she's like, "Are you done yet?" Like, because he keeps measuring her legs over and over.
Stalling, clearly.
Yeah. When he catches, when he catches like your gaze, he gives you a quick wink.
That's the white wolf.
Then-
I know for fucking sure. That's the
Yeah,
dickhead. I hate that
that
piece of
was-
shit. I know that motherfucker
that
on
was-
sight.
Yeah, by his golden eye, like by the way, one of his golden eyes is slightly clouded. You recognize Brother Garo.
Just
So Irina has him and two other women with her. Although as to their disposition, you're kind of having a hard time telling. Whereas Stella has three women with her. You unfortunately, Vasily, you don't really know enough about dressmaking to see if any of them are, making
Yeah.
a gaff at it.
I think Vasil's gonna sigh and start walking over to where Irina is. And as she does, I think Dom's gonna walk into the shop and intercept, and she's going to lean down to meet Dom. I have
Dom was in the
telepathy.
shop with you, yeah.
Yeah. So it's like she starts walking towards Irina, and then it's she's talking to Dom, and she starts talking to him.
Oh.
Look.
Okay.
Yeah. Look, it's hard to say, but I've known you for literally only a day. But things are getting really tough here. And as much as I want to keep you around, I have to I have a higher calling. Something really important. Okay?
What?
I
Okay.
If I was a druid, at least earlier in my life when I met you, you'd probably be buddies for a very
You keep giving me meat. Probably at the very least stick around. Meat is pretty
in
good.
in some strange sense of resolution, she smiles and like just kind of pats him on the head. Hey,
Leathery head.
yeah, just the thing you do with lizards. Stick with me, and we'll be friends forever. She is going to she's going to end the awaken she's going to end the awakened friend thing on Doc. And now there is a feral Komodo dragon in the tail.
I
That's it. I'm
approve
just
of this message.
I'm going to describe what happens, and then I'm going to take a quick break. As you bring, like Dom closes his eyes as you put his hand on his head, and then you lift it back up, and he kind of blinks. Black, thick tongue in the air a couple of times. And he looks up at you. Looks to the side, looks at Janine. On her leg. And I'm gonna need a quick 5-minute break. And then we'll be rolling some initiatives.
look, if what I need to do works out well, there might not even need to be initiative. This is a setup for something else.
Ooh.
Is this initiative?
Yeah, I'm trying to grab all the tokens, but they're not copying properly to the map. So I think what I'm gonna do is try refreshing and see if that'll fix it. Can you see the map? Also, I'll need to get the rat in there.
We're on the map of Locky.
Oh, well, then I did. Huh? Yeah. 2 minutes.
An image of me. That's a fucking reaction. Hold on. Oh Jesus!
Sorry, I didn't realize I was muted. Sorry, little man is making lots of noises. So I apologize. I apologize in advance. Little man be little manning. And where are you gonna go? I took it for you. Right, Priscilla. As soon as the Komodo dragon, formerly known as Dom, sinks his teeth into Janine, she cries out in pain. As that still hurts. But
Yeah.
those are like needle teeth that he sinks into them.
I think
clamps.
okay. Vasilla,
Priscilla immediately yes.
she's like, "Oh, watch out!" And she dives in to break up the fight, and she's yelling at people. All right, everyone, we need to get out. It's gone feral, and she's like looking at Isaac's like,
Give me a performance check because Janine was like about to because Janine would be taking this as. Give me a performance check.
but now she's diving in to help her.
That was still really weird because, I mean, she's still a druid of sorts,
Yeah.
or at least a formal one. Yeah, she's aware of people being like, okay, hey, buddy.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a 17. Right. So you diving in to kind of like help her. As
Yeah.
She, like, takes down. Like, you hear crack as she Godzilla's
Hold
King
on.
Kong's doll.
Hold on.
Oh, I'm holding on. What?
As she's doing that, she's going to feel the hilt of the sun plate on her back. This thing pops and you're dead.
This thing what?
This thing pops and you're dead. Follow my lead and you might get what you want anyways.
Give me an intimidation check.
I'm a fate point that.
Alright, she freezes just for a moment, but there's a low growl. You are so stupid. You think I wasn't prepared for this kind of eventuality? She says, like with a low growl. Mother doesn't care what you do to me. And whatever that is, I doubt it will kill me.
Well, lucky for you, I'm not trying to kill you. She's gonna like look at her. I know a thing or two about getting fucked up by that art. It messes with you. It turns you into an animal, something you gotta fight off. I broke that curse. You didn't. I know what it's like on the other side, and you're stuck there. And I know there's just enough monster, enough beast in you. I might be able to pull this off. I'm going to now use Awaken Friend on Janine. If she's a werewolf, I'm going to attempt it. And I remember you saying something about these werewolves in Barovia, especially these mutated ones, not being of the normal humanoid shapeshifter block. So I'm going to wing it and give it a shot to see if this works on Janine. If she went through the same shit as...
Technically, it does say beast.
Cool.
Do you have any other fate points you're willing to burn?
I had 2, so I'm going to burn my last one.
Because that's what it will take. 'Cause
Yep.
It does specify willing and beast. I guess like the beast could. And
Yep.
Give me a persuasion check with advantage. You can see that she's trying to fight the programming, as it were.
Yeah. Basically override the connection between her and Babali Saga, because I'm the world's best
me.
fucking... What the fuck? Can I add a superiority die to that?
I think you can.
Sure.
The picture can do it like on D20 rolls, so. Okay. Wow. So you feel the spell, the ability stretch, and unfortunately, Tom is like over here dead. Irina has drawn like her weapons already, and like there's 2. Brother Garrow changed 2 of the women. One of the women next to Stella also changed into a werewolf, as well as the 2 next to Irina, as well as one next to Irina. So there's 2 werewolves next to Irina and 1 next to Stella. One of them being Brother Garrow. Over, you feel as Bubbly Saga kind of gazes up at you through her eyes and spits out, "You, the Grey Company, I will suck the marrow out of your bones. I will haunt your nightmares until your dying day. You will beg for death that will never come, and I'll always be out of your reach. I'll always be in your nightmares. I'll mark each one of you with my..." there's the connection is gone. As Jean goes, and she like werewolves out as well.
I'm gonna give her room.
Vasilla, like you see, like the wolves like have like their like they're holding them like basic. Stella's like sobbing a little bit. Irina is, and there's a moment, an incredibly tense moment, as all of the werewolves are kind of like shocked by this and like looking to their leader to see what's going on, and Sweet Ma looks at you.
I'm like, Vasile's kind of like a don't you dare kind of look right.
See the enormous werewolf kind of like reaching a like the enormous red werewolf
We want
reaching
token
a
on there.
hand. Oh sure, sorry. Stupid fucking. There you go. Visible now. Oh wait, that's the chain layer. Apologies.
There we go.
Technically,
Everyone's a fucking redhead.
no, right? It is kind of funny that she became a red-headed werewolf, but Janine reaches, snaps off one of her fangs, and then and lets the dust kind of like fall to the floor in front of you, like. Even now, that will cure your dad back to flesh if you can get out of here. I hope I never lay eyes on you again.
She'll take a few steps back and kind of just get the hell out of here.
She transforms back into a woman. Like, see, like, Brother Girl goes, and she kind of like snaps at him, like, ha! As the werewolves change back into women, and particularly in the somewhat wretched-looking man in the ill-fitting suit, as the werewolves leave the shop. Arina and Stella. Arina immediately kind of like swivels, like to put herself in front of the other women and Stella, while the werewolves leave without further word. That's Janine stuck. And there it is. Janine looks behind her at you, and for just a moment. And they continue walking out. Arina lets out a huge sigh. Like the other two women are like, oh, I'm so sorry. We couldn't warn you. They said they'd kill us.
Tricky
We're
little
so
shits.
sorry.
Yeah, whatever. It's all taken care of now. They're not going to be able to find what they're looking for, but I mean, if they're as petty as I think, a officer and hag out there might get what she's got going.
You just keep
Maybe.
making friends when I'm not around, aren't you?
We're not friends. Don't say that. And I hate
That
her
was a
guts,
joke.
but
That was
yeah,
a joke.
good.
My knees
Yeah,
are still
I'm just
shaking.
on edge here. Like,
So am I. Yes.
I'm in a dress. I'm surprised that worked, but I guess I'm just a really good druid. Cast fireball someday.
Do I need to send Isaac after them? What's going to happen now?
I'll let the Grey Company know. I'll probably have to run by tell Honor him what just happened. And if we're lucky, if we step outside after this, we won't see like paved over. If they're smart though. Well, they saw what we were able to do even on the back foot. I don't think they're gonna fuck with us with the full might of Valaki.
Right.
If they're
What
really
was that
smart.
thing that she whispered to you? What was the thing with the tooth? Why did you crush it like that?
Nothing.
By the way, just to make sure, Vasily, did you take that?
Yeah, she takes it.
Secure it in the baggie.
It's just yeah.
Well, whoa. Give us, we probably pretty much have your measurements already done, Miss Stella and Miss Irina, and I think we can, you and Miss, I think we can probably finish this. Can make some adjustments to do some of these dresses, and they'll be done by the time of
Are you
the
crying?
wedding.
I mean,
I was
I'm
just
not.
almost bitten by a werewolf.
I know. I'm not making fun of you. I'm just like, all right.
This is one of the girls over there, Alex.
All right, just take your mind off of this and just do the measurements. Don't.
Come on, girls, come on. Let's let your mind off it. Priscilla, would you let the boys know with the Grey Company? Get whatever you need to be done, and let Isaac know that I want to talk to him inside. We'll see you at the church tonight at 6. Right?
Yeah.
That's a good lass. In Barovian Ernest, that's calming them down, playing the role of leader and burgomaster, and it does seem like she's doing a pretty good job of it. Outside, Isaac, as you're gonna come out, you see the crowd pretty much dispersed. Isaac is talking to a rough-looking man.
I'm still in the dress.
Lucky. The lucky thing. And he nods to you when you come out. He nods, says, "Don't worry, no threat detected as of yet. Whoever it was must have turned tail and ran."
Yeah. That's just some high old baggage coming to bite me in the ass again. But
But
keep an eye out. If you see any weird werewolves, like a red or white one, let me know. But they were long story short, they were under control of a fucking really powerful pag, and I finagled some spells because I'm a really good druid, and broke the connection.
see, Isaac's mouth kind of slowly drops and just runs inside.
What? That's fine. Hold on. She's gonna like dress up and like heal back in.
What's this I'm hearing about werewolves? What happened?
Nothing happened. Well, I mean, Dom's dead. I'm kind of sad about that.
Who's Dom?
It's the Komodo dragon.
Oh,
Yeah, I'll take care of him.
Isaac. All right. Vasilla handled everything. Vasilla handled it. But yes, I think Sweetma was here. Though I don't, if I understand correctly, doesn't seem like it's going to be a bother, at least for a little while. Still, I want you to have security around important locations. Children, the venue, everything. Check on the Vactor's siblings. Sorry, dear. Make sure that they didn't have a hand with this. Go. Now that I know that, now that I know to stay on my toes, that won't happen again. I'm not leaving your side. And it gives him a blazing glare that says, I'm the Burgomaster, and you work for me. And I'm your older sister also, and he begrudgingly salutes and trudges out. So I meant to have the wolves exit a different path, like from a back door or something, realizing they can't.
Just kind of like look around. I'm gonna go get dressed.
All right.
I think after that, if nothing else is gonna be said, I'm gonna. If Falarin's still outside, I'm gonna ask for a ride because I know his ass.
Filarin was being offered a cigar by a local cigar salesman that he spits it out as soon as you arrive.
I'm gonna take the
He'll
cigar.
Be happy to offer
Actually,
you a ride.
I'll pick up the cigar from the ground and start smoking it.
Oh, my
and I'm
lady,
gonna
no,
head-
Oh,
throw him a gold. Fucking.
at least let me put it. At least okay.
I'm gonna go back to base and try to find armor.
Alrighty, no problemo. Back to base. It doesn't take you long to find Honorim, I believe. I believe Honorim would probably be in his office. That'd be fair to say.
Oh my god, I've been stretched.
Good start.
Oh my god. Yeah.
Well, there you go. Actually, everybody can be wherever they'd like to be.
I'm still still identifying that heart again. Wizards of Wine heart. That you said you were going to buff.
Ooh, that's light.
I don't know where he is on the map, so I'm just gonna.
Did I not change the map's visibility?
No. I mean, like we're at the base map, but I don't know where he is. Would he just be in the living area?
Yeah, it looks like he is.
Yeah, I probably would have directed him to be close to us, like in this main planning office we got.
Yeah. That's a very wizardly place to do some crazy shit, like flying boats and all that.
But what keeps us close in case something goes wrong.
Yeah. You're gonna hear the knock on the door like a 10-year-old that's about to bother their parent.
Yes.
Just letting you know, werewolf situations taken care of, so don't worry.
Which ones? The gray ones, the white ones, the black ones?
The ones I was dealing with Baba Lysaga.
The black first.
Yeah, and the giant red one and that white one that was really weird.
Oh.
They're all taken care of. Because I'm a freaking amazing druid, I was able to break the connection between Lusaka and their leader. I'm pretty sure they're about to go back to her camp in Terra.
Interesting. I do get the feeling that fate was somehow involved in all of this.
I think I'm just good, but that's also fair. But just want to let you know, there's no one else to tell, and dress shopping went well. So.
Yeah, I did not see you in your dress.
Yeah, good. I don't want anyone seeing outside of the wedding. I hate these things.
Fair enough.
Yeah. I'm gonna get some food. You hear her walk off and start rummaging through the cabinets. They're gonna find the raw fish that she's like never. Even after she dropped from that weird shifter form, she still kind of has the craving for the raw fish. Kind of checks her checks her angles, and starts going in. Just
What time of day is it?
Ooh, that's a good question. I believe it would be at about 2 p.m. or so.
And this wedding is like a 6 p.m. type thing.
Yeah.
So 4 hours. All right. I mean, it's essentially time to just get dressed, ready, and walk to the church, as far as am concerned,
Mhm.
anyway.
Oh, it's almost done.
I burned 2 fate points, but that saves us a whole arc.
That was, and you don't have to rest to recover from it.
Yeah, and here's the thing too: is
No new
when it
scars.
yeah, oh, it's right. Yeah,
Oh,
I
there have been
was not
plenty
gonna
of
win.
times I'm like, let's just talk our way out of this.
Yeah. Um, I'm wondering, even because like the whole point of the awakened friend, she used it to break the connection. But I'm kind of wondering if there's still the lingering kind of like favoritism in there of like awakening a creature of like, ooh, you know. I was I was kind of dreading the it'd be immediately. I was like, oh my god, Vasilla, hi, and like stop. No, I don't actually like you, but she fucked off. She kept enough of her sapience where it was like, whatever. We even, I guess. So it was like, fucking, I came here for the heart, not for you, really.
Are you caught up, Dan? Or are you still typing?
Well, still tapping. I realized that there was a bit of inconsistency in a couple of the mechanics.
Oh, it's mechanics on the fly. I'm impressed.
No, it's my bad. I'm realizing that the what thing I half vote didn't save.
Holy shit! Wait, I can. If I were to treat if this is to be treated as like a straight up like fully functional awakened friend, I could also telepathically communicate with it. It also perceive through its senses while on the same plane of existence.
I mean, this is going to not work like your
Yeah,
typical one, but you feel like if you reach like tentatively, there is like a mental connection between the two of you that you could probably tap into if you really wanted to.
it'd be like, you dare connect this? Holy shit! I can
It's
talk to
like
you. Stop! You're
this would
loud.
be
How are you
this
so
would be
loud?
this would be like saying bye to a friend and then getting on the bus and they getting on the same bus again. It's like,
Yeah,
you
no,
know.
like I'm. It's more of like curiosity, but I got what I wanted out of it, so I'm happy.
Mhm.
You know, world's greatest druid.
It is a fun plot MacGuffin. You can do a lot with it.
Yeah. Oh, I'd probably take Dom outside and bury him in like a shallow grave. I make a little headstone. I'll druid craft the little mossy headstone for him. It's just gonna be Dom year to year. And she's gonna be it's just the same year. She realizes that it's gonna seems really morbid, like it's a kid. And she's going to put underneath it, don't worry, this is just a lizard.
You bury her with the other pets that were buried in this building. There's got to be a tree right out back.
Yeah,
where
it's
they buried whatever their mascot was.
like a pet cemetery.
Oh God!
Oh.
Damn you!
Roll credit.
In Barovia, that just takes on a horrifying. All the
I
family
think-
pets are coming back as skeletons and
I
gnawing
think-
on people.
I think after like rummaging for food and getting her fill, you should probably be in the She'd probably be at the grave site that she like first went to with you guys when she first met you guys, and asked a question of like, why the fuck did that corpse grow eyes and do shit? It's like it's Barovia. So
That
she's
was
like,
well, that's at the church. That's not here.
that's at the church, yeah.
That's the
Well, I
church.
mean, would the church let her bury a lizard?
Well, that's where we're going next anyway. So
Okay, so
Like,
I don't think you're going to
this
take the
should
big lizard
be-
to the church.
I'll bury in the backyard.
Should
I'll have
be
Sergey help.
Good. Like,
Hey, it's wedding day. Let me
Yuck.
bury this big giant lizard.
Can I turn the sunblade into a
it's
spade?
Just like, I love this quite one, but sorry, I forgot the like pet's corpse.
Yeah,
Sorry.
yeah. Yeah, she's like it cuts to her like in the backyard just digging through the dirt, but with like the sunblade having a spade at the end of it.
Yeah, it's really sad. Like his jaw is kind of like.
And it's fucked, man. I'm sad he actually died. I
mean,
never
yeah.
I talked to him exactly once.
I will say this: he had the option to bite you or to bite her, and he chose to bite her. Alright. You managed to honor him. For some reason, this casting of Identify Self took particularly long time. You're like, man, I wonder what Vasila's doing right now. But anyways, the Archwizard's Heart. Attunement charges 14. Additional level slot. So you get an additional level slot, not just from level 4, but from level 1 to 5, you have an additional slot on those slots. You learn an additional 6 spells of any level that you can cast. So, as you increase, that can also increase. The heart has 9 charges, 1d4 plus 1 at dawn. Expending 5 in casting counterspell or dispel, you can roll twice when counterspelling or dispelling a spell. As a reaction, when the creature passes a save on a spell that you cast, you can burn 2 charges to add plus 2 DC to that spell. The Attuned can use the reaction to roll Arcana on any spell you see. On the success, you can add that spell to your repertoire. Usable once per long rest, but this only applies to wizard, sorcerer, or bard spells, unless you use a fate point. Any creature holding an Attuned to the Heart has the Shape Changer subtype. It can cast all the stuff at will. In addition, it has the standard Dark Power Curse Breaking ability in exchange for your life force.
Yeah, can you go over the second point? Or just post it somewhere. I'm gonna have to go over that. That's
No,
quite the bump.
Oh, no worries. It's right here. Where is it? The second point, the one with the reaction to roll Arcana on any spell that you see.
Yeah.
Alright, so you can use a reaction to roll Arcana on any spell that you see. On a success, you can add that spell to your repertoire. You don't need to spend money or time to, you'll just boop into your book.
Wow.
Usable once per long rest, but it has to be a wizard, sorcerer, or bard spell unless you use a fate point.
Oh, I see.
Burn a
You
fate.
just updated. Okay.
I burn a fate point using this magic gem, and I cast Find Traps. I cry because it's a shit spell. Anyways.
Kevin's hands. This is going to be deadly.
Yeah. I was looking. I was like, you know what? I'm scared with the counter ability, but you know what? This can come in clutch. And hey, considering what you guys are gonna go up against, clutch is something that will be needed.
Oh, it's not a
Alright.
complaint.
Just to
I assure you
clarify,
that.
it says the heart grants the attuned an additional level slot from levels 1 to 5. Is that per level?
Yes. So an extra level 1, an extra level 2, an extra level 3, an extra
Holy
level 4,
fuck.
and an extra level 5.
He's a fucking
Are you
artillery
sure?
cannon.
That might be a little
Yo, dude, we're at the end of the game. Take that shit, bro.
It's the Archwizard Heart. Honestly,
Okay.
it's
Hey,
like I'm
I-
scared,
an extra-
but
You have an extra 5 attunement slots?
Yeah. Well, spell slots.
Those are spell
So
slots.
that's another one for 1, another one for 2, another one for 3, another one for 4, and another one for 5.
So you get an extra spell for each level. Got it.
Yeah, for each
Spell,
of those.
spell slot.
Yeah, next to spell slot for each of those levels. Yeah.
I was thinking when I first heard it, I thought you were allowing him to attune to 5 additional items.
Oh.
I'm like, whoa,
I wouldn't have that many.
Yeah.
that's
Aren't you
alrighty.
guys already capable of doing what's my rule here? Isn't it 4 items? What I
That's
forget.
4, right?
Yeah, 4. Yeah. Just making sure because I had someone go like, "Wait, what?" On the game where they were supposed to have that. All right. Okay. Let's see here. I'm out of coffee. Would you guys be cool with another 5-minute break? I really like some more, and I'd also like to go to the bathroom.
It's mull over my successes.
Baby have been banished to the bedroom realm, so we can get to now. I can light the lights. Right, where were we? I believe last we left off, Priscilla, you were meeting up with Honorim and them, and Honorim, you have just deciphered the Arc Wizard's heart.
Fantastic.
Well, I believe that's the last of the hearts, if I'm not. Oh no, except the
Archdruid. I will say this as like when we're walking and any free moments, Ptarmigan is taking out all of the sketches he made of the castle and the notes that he took when we were in the Amber Temple. Remember, he took the time to walk in a complete circle and sketch everything. He's going over it with Varys, who happens to have a stone that was, closely related to the design of this castle, and pointing out, and I'm going through what I know as a, breaking and entering specialist, and just going over it with him for later. That's all.
Certainly. Is there anything in particular that you're pointing out to him?
Anything I would notice. I mean, I'm going through is, this would be a potential weak point. This I think might be, from what I know, I would point that out. What would you think, And
In that case, I think it's a fair cop to give you a bit of a tour of the castle, at least like from what you would have seen.
okay.
Let me see here.
Because we've been in it, we know where the jail cells are.
You guys didn't tour everywhere, but
No, but we went up the stairs. We know there's a lot of levels, and we don't know what's in the rooms. We just have an idea of what the layout of the rooms is.
yeah.
Fisk is there too, and he would be looking specifically at the tower and trying to clock fastest ways to get to the tower.
So this is the central tower that you have, and then you have like the smaller tower over here. The castle is surrounded by a wall, and
We're still seeing, or I'm still seeing.
I've got an isometric
headquarters map.
Yeah.
I might want to refresh.
Let me see.
Still, I didn't understand. Oh, it should be.
There we go.
Can you see it now?
All right.
So you have like the front and essentially, and the castle is surrounded by sheer cliffs on all sides,
Okay.
making it like there's a very bad fall if you fall from any of the sides. From what you guys saw, you remember that there was like a thunderstorm that was pretty much always like going on above the castle. It was always dark, very dark and stormy.
This right here is the central tower with the heart.
This, I believe so. Let's see, as we move through the various, this is like the first floor. You have the dining room where you guys sat. There's a couple of side corridors as well. Here and here, there's more stairs.
I'm seeing a spiral here, here, and here. Okay. All right.
And let me see.
Oh.
Then you have like the main. So look, well, what you remember like from taking it, like the main spiral staircase is the
This-
largest one in the center.
Okay.
You have an observation room, and it does strike you that like there's a lot of like little connections between the walls and such. Like there's a lot of like secret passages and secret rooms. Let me see. There's a library. You remember like the second dining hall. Like there's, you guys remember the jail cells that were underneath the castle. Over here you have still like the central thing, and you realize like there's probably like not really much of a railing here. Anybody who would fall here would be there would be certain death, in all likelihood. And here we get to the pièce de résistance, the heart that leads from the central tower. There is something above it as well, but you weren't quite clear what that would be. The heart is enormous. It is a literal heart, not quite unlike what you guys have been dealing with.
There's this stairway here. Paying attention to that, because that
Indeed.
leads up to the same level here. Okay.
And this map is like the lower, is like the basements and dungeons.
Oh, like okay.
Dungeons and catacombs. If you guys recall, you guys had a bit of a tour here. Ismark was being held here, as well as the true body. Oh, this is where Honorim's mentor was driven insane by Stad as well. Granting
I'm
him
still.
his desires.
Hold on. I'm still in the tower.
Yeah, tower map.
The very bottom floor of the tower map, I think, is what he's talking about.
Oh, my apologies.
Oh no. Oh, okay.
I,
Nope.
I,
Nope.
messed,
Nope.
I messed up. Yeah, sorry.
Okay.
You imagine that this might be where his parents are being held in this like place of honor.
Okay.
Over here, you have no. You're curious what these two on the side are supposed to be. You don't recall that from the tour.
Okay.
Yeah, but each of these like little numbered cells, well, no cells. And over here we have essentially a view of the top of the castle from the tops. There's gargoyles here, which you kind of have no doubt, probably not just there for decorations. Now, what this means in regards to the castle's overall defenses is that probably the best approach if you want to be really quick, or at least avoid many of the defenses, would be from the top of the tower, and that would put you like, closest to the heart quickly as possible. But you can't imagine Strahd not having, considered that, and yeah, I probably considered that. Although, like if you wanted a full frontal assault, that would probably be like, maybe he wouldn't expect it because it's so crazy.
That doesn't work out too well for us usually.
Yeah. Other than that, like you could, being like what you are based on your background, casing this place, like you'd think that, usually like you'd probably have like guards at the front, and throughout the castle. So if Stad would probably know once you guys are coming. So once you guys decide on an attack, doing it quick, doing it fast, and doing it hard is probably the way to go. However, you also recall that, like you guys have like all these allies you guys have made through good time here, and all the hope that you guys have brought to Barovia. You could always use a distraction, and when you have a two-man operation, it's always nice to have the distraction man be a lot of distraction men. It always help to keep people off your back.
I mean, Tarmage is just openly discussing. It's like we go in quietly, we go in loud.
FISKE will hold up his hand, and his eyes blink. See invisibility, and he'll look around. Is there glowing kind of a faint blue?
Fisk, all around you are hundreds of indistinct forms, moving like mist, following the party. You blink again, you see nothing.
He's
I haven't done something in a
looking
while.
specifically for like anybody watching or listening. I'll just kind of put that in the back of my head and go back to checking for
As far as you
anything.
can tell, there's nothing of the sort, although I'll make a note that you are keeping an eye on that in particular for the next hour.
Okay. FISKE will give you a nod, Tarm. We're clear to
All
talk
right.
openly.
I cast telepathic bond on us, so for the next 8 hours we can talk without words.
Oh, dandy. All right, let's get to walking. And yeah, let's
How far does that go?
To other planes. Actually, it doesn't go that far, anywhere but different
Yeah, it's
planes.
on the same plane.
Same plane.
Anywhere on the
You're
same
on the
plane.
same plane. You can
Unless there's
communicate.
some weird interference set up. So we take is it Varys in the helm of thought? We make sure he's not wearing it. Because it won't work.
Aren't you the one usually wearing the helm of thought?
I normally, yeah, but I passed it off to Varys as an aide.
Oh, passing
yeah.
of the torch.
Yeah. So I mean, it may switch back. I haven't,
Passing of the helmet of the NSA.
I mean, it is a fun toy. I like it, but
Hell yeah, I'm glad you like it. Its previous owner was eaten by spider people.
yeah, I'm not surprised.
Hopefully the same fate doesn't befall you.
I hope
issue.
not. Okay, so if we use chaos as a cover, a lot of innocent people die. Do we want to do that even for this?
If they know the cost and the probability beforehand and are still willing to commit to ending his reign, I say give them the choice.
You
Fair
hear
statement.
Zahaviel speak in your heads. Give them the choice.
Just be aware that is what we will be asking them to do. But yes, their choice. It is their existence we're fighting for. And
So
Pretty
you can
sure
also
that
hear
most of the
this.
people who live here will know what Strahd is capable of.
Oh shit! Hey, I haven't seen you in a while.
And they finally have a fighting chance. Might be surprised at how many pick up the scythe and pitchfork.
Well, Tonin. Yeah, especially when they find out that wizard guy survived after all and didn't die. He was just crazy for a while.
Like,
Right? Because he tried that
Name is
first.
Mordenkainen.
Yeah, Mordenkainen. Listen, I couldn't remember if it was Mordecai or Mordenkainen, and I didn't want to make a fool out of myself. So I just said the wizard guy.
let's call him Morty.
Yeah.
well, we're going to a wedding. Most of Valaki is going to be there. We'll do it after, and we'll just ask for if anybody wants to hear us make our pitch. I'm sure Irina will understand, and she will help us.
I'm sure she would. Well,
mean, especially after the favor I did her today.
Tarmijan looks at you a little puzzled and go, okay. I'll pretend to understand.
Wait,
and-
no, wait, no, shit. I, the werewolf showed up. I
Yeah.
took care of it.
So we don't have to worry about that one.
Probably I broke the connection between their leader and Saga because I'm an amazing druid.
He just kind of bows to you, goes, I totally trust you on this. If I don't
Yeah.
have to worry about it, then let's just be
Yeah.
happy and move on.
I mean, worst case scenario, they come back here again. The werewolves that are weak to gold coming to a city like Valaki is kind of a dumb move on their part.
Yeah.
Go to the nearest
Gosh,
market.
I
and
hate to
grab a
rain
bag.
on your parade, but they're never something to not be concerned about.
This is true.
I'm just-
Maybe we have a few days. Maybe we'll get
Maybe.
lucky. But we'll find out. We'll deal with that when it comes.
I have a question, Bear says.
Yeah.
So, we made a bunch of really tough bastards as friends. Do we want to take any of them with us personally up to the castle?
Let's see what the response is from the crowd before we ask them to do something specific. If we feel
No,
we're
I'm
going to
not
have
talking
support,
about the crowd. I'm talking, about guys like Bassoon and Mordenkainen and Lysa and
I would imagine a fair
oh.
number of them are going to be at the wedding. I would hope. This is a big deal.
I
Oh,
would
we're
say
gonna
only
ask them at the
those,
wedding?
only those that we trust the most.
Could be at the wedding. Is Bassoon?
Bassoon better be there. I'm sure Milivoy will be out in the perimeter somewhere. He's been close.
Well, they should probably be back in Valaki, come to think about it, right? Didn't we get a message from Lysa saying they took care of the other Fanes?
Yeah, and we'll see.
Uh,
Who doesn't
and
show up,
Milivoy.
that's who we contact.
Both Lysa and Milivoy are here. We have seen them.
There you go. Well, I'm starting to think, I'm starting to feel like I'm gonna be okay getting ready for this wedding.
Dress it up. Eat, drink, and be merry. For tomorrow we may die.
Man,
Yeah.
fuck that attitude. No, we're gonna win.
Oh, I know. I actually have a bit of a vow for that.
There you go, exactly.
You're like magically inclined to win the next fight. Honor bound. That
That's how
the
it
con.
works.
I don't know. He's talking about like a promise. I'm going to assume it's
My promise is to you guys and gals, whatever, it doesn't matter.
I really don't care. Yeah, that's fine.
I wasn't allowed to die, and he kind of shoots a look at Honorum. So if I got to live, we all got to live. And to live, we have to win. So let's go win.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I like that answer.
And
Failure is not an option.
No.
all we have to
No,
do
it's
is
not.
not die, because not dying means we win.
Hey, I don't think I died once yet in my entire time here. So I'm feeling pretty good about my chances, right?
I remember many incidents of spare the dime. I just kind of
That
laugh
doesn't
at him.
count. That doesn't count. I didn't die, man.
Oh, yeah.
Alrighty,
Let's
I
get
guess.
ready.
Yeah,
Yeah,
let's get friggin' ready.
yeah. So Armitage goes and he cleans himself up. He even gives little Batty Parvis a bath and gets ready.
Go pick up that dress and mourn at the loss of my
Yeah, we
comfortable
should all
clothes.
have brand new clothes made up. So yeah, we're all
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, when Anya and her brother return a little bit later with pretty much everything you guys requested, pick up the money from the party and go to like repay the debt, and I so excuse me. Let me just have uh, another peekaboo at that shopping list. Which channel was it
okay.
again?
It
Tom?
is under it's your general channel. And shopping list is a thread. You should see a throw
Find
out says shopping list.
this. Ah, there it is. Okay, let me see. So, find familiar.
Basically, it's the components for this.
Yeah,
I make
find
sure I have.
familiar, identify silent image, alarm, shield, bane, blast, detect poison, invisibility, a gentle repose, locate object, floating bond, hold person, and enlarge. Got it, no problem. As for healing potions, we'll get to potions later. Various, you get two things of fire arrows, two quivers of fire arrows, which I believe is 20 each. Um, there are, let's see, two skulls of protection from good and evil. Probably write that down. So, two skulls. Bum. So plus two shield. Probably they wouldn't find that according to this. 17 skulls of fireball in the druidic. That's probably not gonna be found. However, a +1 armor. Let me see. +1. Let me see. Is +1 chainmail. I believe chainmail is medium armor.
Chainmail's heavy.
Oh, breastplate then. Okay. There are 4 fireballs. Oh,
Boy, I ordered 17. Economy's in shambles.
He couldn't find a ring of protection, but he could find a stone of good luck. However, no scroll of heroes feast, unfortunately. And good rogue armor would be a +1 studded.
Okay, all right, yeah, because it's
leather.
this armor is epic, but not being able to apply my dexterity bonus and the stealth disadvantage, it's just not smart.
No worries. Right.
I love this
So-
armor, but yeah, it's just not appropriate for me.
No worries. The breast armor is unfortunately just a regular variant of the breast armor.
Okay,
However, from what I rolled for the studded, it has a feather enchantment on it.
okay,
So it is Sahuagin skin studded leather armor. You can breathe in water, you gain a swim speed, and a bite attack using your strength, which you can make as a bonus action, healing you for half the damage. once per battle, can make an advantage attack on a bloody creature.
Well, okay. Yes.
Okay. Alrighty. Gentlemen, anything else you'd like to identify? Oh, and for healing potions, fortunately, I'm pretty sure you guys pretty much bought out the supplies of the healing potion that they had previously. Madam Father might have, like, probably 3
It was a
normal
while
healing
ago, though.
potions. And
Can't remember the last time we bought healing potions.
superior. One swing. Okay. All in all, this would have cost a party 5 plus 4 plus 1. That is 10. That is 7, 17. That will have cost a party 30,000 gold. No, 30,000 gold and 300.
Holy shit, we're gonna crash this economy.
Yeah, like you, Anya will say, Madam Father said she can pretty much retire. She seemed pretty happy to once we told her how much money we were looking to spend. Um, she seemed pretty happy to help us. Kind of. She's kind of mean. I never really liked her. But yeah. This
Wait
is
till the inflation
all
hits from our
things-
spending.
Well, she's always been pretty rich. She's always been pretty much the only source of gold, so I don't know if it'll really matter. She doesn't really employ too many people, so. And you got the gold from outside, so it doesn't really trickle down economics. My last name is Reagan. I don't know if you mentioned that. Sorry.
First name Megan. Megan Reagan.
No, it's Anya. Stupid.
And you make him Reagan.
Right. Is there anything else the party would like to identify, prepare, do, talk to each other, anything at all before tonight's big event?
What does the luck stone do?
A luck stone. Right. Stone. Technically, this is basically, I believe it's the correct name is Stone of Good Luck.
Oh, okay.
Well, this polished guy, is on your person. You get a +1 bonus to ability checks and saving throws. Sorry, that was Octavio coming in for a second. In fact, he'll be the one explaining it to you once the question pops up in your mind.
Okay. We put that. I'm going to throw that in the bag of holding for now. In the list. And we can figure out what to do with it later. There we go.
Alrighty.
Okay.
So, gentlemen,
Looking fancy and going to church.
Right. You guys are all feeling good, feeling ready?
Mm-hmm.
I think so. Anybody?
No preparations left? No one's attuning or unattuning from anything?
I just gotta apply.
I'm using that armor as part of my, it's just I
I
try it on. If it looks nice, I'm wearing it. If not, I'm wearing my new clothes.
Attuned to
how
the
many
heart.
how many sets of the breast armor? Because I know multiple people ordered them.
I'm just using that leather armor, the studded
Oh,
leather.
the
I'm not
leather,
using the rest of it.
right?
Sorry,
Okay,
yeah.
okay. I'm grabbing the breast.
Yeah, for the breast, yeah. Because it's been a while. Actually, I don't think you were here for it now. But essentially, Madame Mafalda, like what she used to do is essentially just like sell Lady Vactor, whatever, like magical items. And she herself would only like enchant things people would ask for her at pretty much exorbitant prices. Um, and but she knew that she has a monopoly here. Um, the moment there isn't, yeah, she wouldn't have like a bunch of armors like on back hold. Is what I'm saying. Let's see here. Anna, I'm assuming you're going to be attuning to the heart.
Yes, sir.
Right. Okay. Right. I think I'm gonna need. Let's see. I need. I need Tom, and I need Fisk to please make me some intelligence checks. Let's say Arcana. You know what? Not Arcana. History checks.
Oh, wait, I already did an Arcana. Let me. What I end up getting?
26.
Oh shit! Let's take that. It's
Well. Alrighty. Thank you very much. Fisk, you feel something nagging kind of like in the back of your mind. Um, you don't know what it has to do with it. You chalk it down to maybe like just first wedding jitters and write it off.
I
And
don't know
speaking
that
about it,
Fisk would feel that.
you know what? Fair enough.
or it's
I
so
think
alien that he would. It's like, what the hell is that?
No, he's got
I-
at least 3-4 different people in the back of his head giving that vibe. He's like, "What is this? Was this? Oh, you never had this? No, what?"
No, I feel
uh,
like the closest he would feel to like jitters like that is if he sees something like shiny that a cat would want to fuck with. I think that's the closest I think he could get to that. But a wedding
fair
doesn't
enough.
really mean anything to him.
You know what? Fair enough. Fair enough. Um, like I think I need like 5 minutes to finish populating this because I'm like, oh shit, does that NPC? Oh shit, does that NPC needs to be there? I didn't think you guys would get there quite that quickly. So, give me 5 minutes. Thing, but like he's kind of like taller than. Oh, this is enough. You look like an idiot. Come on, this is your wedding day. Mom is going to see. Isaac stands next to him, and a bit more hesitantly, Carl and Stella. You can see that both of their eyes. Carl is trying not to cry, but is failing. Stella is. Stella's lip is already quivering. Mother Lucia smiles at him kindly as he takes his place. Carl lets go of his sister's elbow, and Isaac of Victor's, and they stand to face each other and hold each other's hands. And if anyone has any reason that this marriage should not take place, excuse me.
While this whole thing is happening, he's got his head on a swivel, eyes looking around, seeing Bill's visibility is up, and he is just surveying the entire thing. Anything out of place?
Give me a perception check. So as you can tell, nothing's out of the ordinary. Let them speak now. So, as I was saying, if there is anyone here who has a reason why this holy matrimony in the eyes of the Morning Lord should not take place, let them speak now, or forever hold their peace. The doors slam open, and the lights all go out, one by one, snuffed out by an incredible wind. Everybody refresh your thing, because to choke is the light going out. Screams and shouts of alarm start erupting in the audience, as a great gale of mist erupts through, going over the guests, over your heads, and materializing in front of the altar. Strad von Zarovich. A streak of gray on his temples, smiling, looking down, his arms outspread, and says, I do. And with that, we will end tonight's session of The Curse of Strahd.